Well, what do you do when you hate life? Because I think on occasions, maybe we all get there at certain times and certain points in our lives. What can you do when you say, you know, I don't love life? And worse than that, I hate life. What do you do? What do you do? What can you do? Well, I want to give you something that you can do when you hate life. It's found in a statement, the answer that Jesus made. He said, unless you become like little children, you will not inherit the kingdom of God. So I'm asking you, if you hate life, to go back in time. Think back to your childhood experiences. You know, I recall a very special occasion when I was probably about 7 or 8 years old, sitting in my backyard at my parents' home, and the little flowers were coming up. It was springtime. It was a gentle breeze blowing, and the smell of grass, the smell of the buttercups coming up, watching the leaves blow in the wind, and it was a truly contented, peaceful, happy thought experience back then. And you know, I was thankful. Now, I didn't know who God was back then as a child, but I was thankful to this being that I didn't know. I was thankful to God. My gratitude went outward. I had no illusion at that age that I was some self-created being, that I made me. No. The gratitude that I was feeling went outward, away from me and towards God. And Jesus said, unless you become like little children, unless you become, that's why I say go back to this simplicity of a child and think about the way you used to be. Now, you start the process of hating life when you say, God, I'll take over from here. That's when the process begins. And it doesn't happen overnight. It takes a life experience of many, many years to come to a point to where you hate life. But the process starts the day that you said, as a little child, or whenever you said it in your teen years, I don't know when it was, but when you said, God, I'll take over from here. You see, you have become this self-actualizing person that you think you are. This self-actualizing person you have become is not happy. It hasn't worked for you, has it? Hasn't worked. Now, here's something you can do if you hate life. At some point in life, we must give back the controls to God. When you were a child, this came natural. You know, to give over the control. You were not in control, you see. And that's part of the process. That's part of what's went wrong in your life. That's part of why you now hate life. Because you have taken control. And it's an issue of letting God have the controls instead of saying, I'll take over from here. It's an issue of, yes, you're going to have to trust God. Okay? You're going to have to trust God.